What's happening? Andy here. I am joined today by Robert Covington of Toshiba, old friend of mine from way, way back. How are you doing today? How you doing today, Robert? What's happening out in sunny California?
Hey, very good, Andy. Thanks for having me here today. And we are introducing our new eSTUDIO 330 AC and 400 AC A4 color MFPs. And I was really happy to be able to come on and tell you and your audience a little bit about them.
Very exciting. Nothing stopping from you guys from moving forward. But with the virus and all that, you're still chugging along, still launching product. Good to hear. Still putting new hardware in front of your dealers, your resellers. Step back. So tell us, where are you specifically? You're in, I believe, Southern California. I know you moved your office a couple of years ago.
We're in the Lake Forest area of Southern California, which is basically Irvine for all intensive purposes. We moved about a mile away from our other facility to what I'm going to say is a lot nicer location. Yeah. Of course, that's been over a year now. And then, of course, in March, COVID hit, and then we had to work at home. And we just had our kickoff meeting recently. And during that kickoff, our guy at the top, Mr. Scott McCabe, asked us to return to work as soon as we safely can when we feel comfortable with doing that. So I'm already back in the office, and I like it. It's quiet.
Yeah, look at that. So I was gonna say, it doesn't look like your basement. So it's not, so you guys are starting to trickle back in. Is that just a California thing, or is that across the board?
No, across the board. Some of our sales reps are visiting customers and dealers as they safely can. Of course, it's dependent on that customer and that dealer as well. But I was happy to hear that it's happening, and business is going on. Everybody wants us to return to normal as soon as possible.
Well, that is awesome. We did miss seeing you guys at the when was it supposed to be, April or May? You were going to have your big show, and
lead event.
That's so long ago at this point. We missed our annual lead event, and I don't know if we're going to squeeze one in 2021. At least I don't know if it's going to happen in the spring. So fortunately, we've got other mediums. We've got other ways of getting you in front of our viewers, my followers, and so let's go from there and talk about these great new color MFPs that you guys just launched. Tell me about them.
Excellent. Well, again, it's the eSTUDIO 330 AC and 400 AC. These are our 35 and 42 page per minute A4 MFPs, and they're introduced worldwide. And for the U.S. market, this works out really well. These fit in our office workgroup collection. And what is so special about them is the fact that we've had our highly successful eBridge and eSTUDIO products that all share the same eBridge user interface. Well, this product shares that exact same UI. So it's an A4 product with a 10.1 inch touchscreen panel, and that sort of breaks it apart from what I'm going to call printer-based A4 products that are out there. So the same consistent user interface, the same workflow that our enterprise customers expect or get used to with the A3 products, they can do on the A4 products. That's kind of the impetus behind this product, and there's been a big demand for it, and we enjoy partnerships with HP and Lexmark and Brother, but again, there's always that demand for that consistent UI and that consistent management tool, printer driver, all of that stuff. And that's what this brings to the table. So it's really worked out well for us. We launched them last month and sold out our initial inventory almost immediately. I mean, between filling the dealer channel and customers that were already anticipating it before COVID caused some certain delays, we basically got rid of our entire inventory right out of the gate. In fact, I sent product to Buyer's Lab for testing. I sent the 400 AC, then they wanted a 330 AC as well, and I was sold out. Said, sorry, get in line. So we did that. Yeah.
Problem. So tell me a little bit more about this screen. All of your printers, and you mentioned the partner printers that you had before. I know there's obviously some advantages to consistency, but when you add you know, that much real estate onto the screen on an A4 product. What does that allow you to do? What does that help?
Well, really, it's all about workflow and solutions. I mean, I've been with Toshiba for a long time, and we've basically had the same layout from the copier and scanner UI. That's been basically the same. But now it's gotten bigger. It's gotten more colorful. But when you start, thinking about your relationships with Drive and paper cut and what have you, that's when it starts to really make sense, because that this can now be part of your workflow, just like it is on the A3 products. But we're noticing, especially with COVID, kind of a mild shift to this decentralized printing environment.
Kind
of? Well, yeah, I mean, when I look at my highest speed products, it's a big kind of.
Yeah.
And this really, I mean, honestly, it couldn't have come in any sooner. I mean, we were very happy to have this product. Now I want more of them. So basically that's good. And then, of course, the scanning is a big part of this. When you talk about workflow, scanning becomes a big part of it. So like we have a industry leading dual scan document feeder on our A3 products that's 300 originals, 240 impressions per minute. For an A4 product, I've got 100 originals and 120 duplex impressions per minute. So that comes standard on this product. And
is that a dual head scanner as well?
It is. It's a single pass duplex scanner, and
differentiator, right, for these A4 products, because a customer is going to look at this and say, why don't I just go online and buy an inexpensive A4 product? And it's hard to do apples and apples if you're not sure of what you're looking for, and you lose things sometimes, like auto two-sided copying, which we call duplex in our industry.
Mm-hmm.
The dual head scanning I think is a huge deal, right? Because most of those are, why don't you tell us what's the advantage? Why does that make a difference to the user?
It's less handling of the paper. I mean, less opportunity for something to go wrong. It copies both sides in a single pass, and it's faster. I mean, I had, up until this day, time, till recently, I had 80 originals per minute on an 85 page per minute MFP. Now here I've got a 35 page per minute MFP with 120 originals per minute. So, I mean, it's all about productivity. And when you're talking about scanning as part of a workflow solution, they need to get the job scanned, get back to their desk, and get back to work. And this allows that to be possible. So
this will tie into document management solutions and some of your partners in that area. How does that work? So on the screen, you create buttons to
absolutely. We have connectors for all of the popular solutions out there. So whether it be, like I mentioned, PaperCut and Drive, that's just a couple. Xmedius, if you're familiar with them, they have a faxing solution. So this becomes a faxing UI right here on the front panel. And again, there's a lot of things people can do on their cell phones and do it quite well, but that bigger screen really makes it a lot simpler and a lot easier to do.
Especially business environment, right? So
exactly. And the learn once, operate many, or Loom, as you hear all in the industry, is very, very popular. And I can't tell you how nice it is to go into a customer and you propose our products from whether it's 20 pages per minute or 85 pages per minute, and then they say, well, we need an A4 solution. Well, if all they're doing is shoveling paper, I might have something less expensive. But if they interject workflow or that consistent UI or consistent management tool, then all of a sudden I have to sit there, kind of thins the herd out, if you will. And that's where this guy comes in. And it really has worked out well for us. And like I said, I want more of them now. So I think with our 35 and 42, we hit the sweet spot, if you will. I've heard some talk about wanting a monochrome solution. But again, we can sell them an A3 monochrome product that has a very low cost per copy. This kind of solves all the problems, whether they're color or monochrome, in a small footprint, no compromise in the user interface. So
there was a big shift going on in this industry to begin with towards A4, and certainly there's still a need out there for A3, but A4 is where a lot of people are starting to move, and for a variety of reasons. So, you've got to have a portfolio, and you're filling yours in. This is not your first product in this category, right? You have, how many products are in the A4 portfolio at this point?
Well, Toshiba branded A4 products, we've got about a half a dozen.
Okay, and
models.
on top of that, you've got your two big partnerships with Lexmark, right, for high end and lower end. So pretty extensive portfolio in A4, which is, again, where customers seem to be focusing more of their purchasing these days for hardware than A3. A3 is still necessary, but with everybody working, I shouldn't say everybody, with so many customers with their workforces remote now, the need right now is not necessarily there for A3 as it's been in the past, right? So centralized printing is decentralizing, and then you come out with a product that allows customers to fit into that decentralized plan, give you a lot of real estate with that touch screen that integrates into your document management, document capture, all these other areas. So great looking product, right? So when's mine coming? I hear there's a big line.
Well, you know what? I'll talk to you offline and we'll see if we can put something together. But, I'm glad you commented on it being a great looking product. I know you don't judge a book by its cover, but I'll tell you, since we introduced our first, what I'm going to call our black boxes, they have been exceptionally well received. And once again, not just a consistent user interface, but that consistent look, very well received in the by our customer base.
And that was one of the things when you went to that look a few years ago that I have to imagine it's a little challenging keeping the dust off of it, but man, it looks cool. It looks like a black sports car, right? I mean, not that copiers are cool, I think they are, and you probably do as well, but it's just a different color. It's a different look. You really haven't seen that too much in the past. Most often they're, a gray or a taupe or some kind of, just a soft office color. And this is sort of a bold, striking look. It gets your attention. And, I'm sure there's customers out there that, all things being equal, and all the machines out there today do, they copy, they print, they scan, and some do some things better than others. When you're looking for a differentiator and you get to demo it out or show it to the customer and they say it's cool, suddenly you took a little bit of a step forward where maybe your competitor didn't. So anything you can do as a manufacturer.
I fully agree. And, when I have customers come in, one of the things I like to do is, first of all, identify who the customer is that's coming in, and I personalize the front panel to meet their needs. So I had a large pet company come in. I won't name them, but it was a pet company. And I put puppies on the front panel.
Yeah.
And they loved it.
How great is that, right? That's
exactly. And then, of course, we've got our Elevate platform. Yep. And Elevate lets me use that 10.1-inch screen again to kind of identify the customer's workflow, take away all the buttons that don't mean anything to them, and just put just the stuff they need, improves their productivity, minimizes the chances for things to go wrong, and kind of streamlines the workflow from a copier and scanner perspective. So it's a great product, and I'm looking forward to business getting back to normal and being able to move these out as fast as we can bring them in.
Well, it sounds like you already are moving them out as fast as you can bring them in. I am looking forward to being able to actually get into your demo room and talk around, take a walk around and see everybody at some point again would be nice. But it's been great catching up with you, and thank you for the overview. This was certainly timely as you guys just came out with these products. I'll put some links to the announcement below in the video. Any last words, anything you'd like to share, anything you want to shout out to anybody before we wrap up?
Well, no, I just want to say thank you very much for the time. And if it starts getting a little too cold for you, throw your bike on a trailer or something and cruise on out, and let's get some riding in, and look forward to that as soon as possible. And thank you, everybody. And I encourage you to take a look at our entire product line, and it's all of this and more.
Well, thanks so much. Great catching up with you. I may take you up as we get a little closer. We have a nice sunny day today, but it has not been. We actually had snow yesterday, so maybe I will take you up and come on out there if our beloved governor restricts or relaxes these restrictions a little bit. So anyway,
I've got a bike you can ride too.
Perfect. You stay healthy. Say hi to everybody, to Scott, Bill, everyone out there, Larry, everyone, and hopefully we'll catch up soon. And I look forward to the next time we chat. Talk to you.
Excellent.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you, and say hi to your dad too.
I will, Robert. Thank you very
Okay,
much. Take care.
bye-bye.